Let's imagine something powerful. What if your business improved itself even when you weren't in the room? What if your team was constantly finding problems, fixing them, and pulling the two fundamental levers we already talked about, increasing revenue, reducing the cost of delivering that revenue, not just when you launch a big project, but every single week. That is what a continuous improvement culture does. In the last two videos, we covered the two fundamental levers that drive your bottom line, 7 practical plays to increase revenue or decrease cost. Today, we're going to zoom out and talk about how to build a culture where those plays happen over and over again without you having to push every time. By the end of this video, you'll know what a continuous improvement culture really is, the simple behaviors and rhythms that create it, and a practical way to get started in the next 30 days. Let's get into it. What continuous improvement culture really means. When people hear continuous improvement, they often picture complicated charts, big corporate programs, or a one-time initiative that dies in 6 months. That is not what we're talking about. A continuous improvement culture is simply a business where everyone is encouraged to see problems, everyone is safe to speak up, and everyone is expected to help make things better, even in small ways. It's not a department, it's not a project, it's a habit. And when this habit lives in your business, something amazing happens. Waste gets spotted and removed faster. Customer issues get fixed closer to the source. Opportunities to increase revenue are noticed by the people closest to the work. Your job as the owner or leader is not to personally fix everything. Your job is to build the environment where improvement is natural. The 3 pillars of CI culture. Think of continuous improvement culture as resting on 3 pillars. 1, clarity. 2, behavior. 3, rhythm. If one of these is missing, improvement feels random or forced. 1, clarity. People need to know what better looks like, what the priorities are, how their improvements connect to revenue or cost. If your team doesn't know the goal, every improvement is just a guess. So you give them clarity with a simple vision. We want to serve customers faster with fewer errors and more value. A few key metrics that matter: lead time, rework, customer satisfaction, sales conversion, etc. A reminder of the 2 levers. Does this idea increase revenue or reduce cost to deliver that revenue? 2, behavior culture is shaped by what leaders do, not what they say. You build CI culture when leaders ask, "What did we learn?" instead of "Who's to blame?" Praise people for spotting problems, not hiding them. Join improvement conversations, not shut them down. If people get punished for speaking up, they will stop improving and start surviving. 3, rhythm. Improvement has to have a cadence. If you only talk about improvement once a year at a retreat, nothing changes. You create rhythm with short, regular huddles, simple boards or checklists, weekly or monthly mini improvement cycles, clarity, behavior, rhythm. Get those 3 right, and improvement stops being an event and becomes how we work here. A simple weekly CI rhythm. Let's make this concrete. Here's a simple weekly rhythm you can use in almost any small or mid-sized business. No fancy software, no corporate layers, just a consistent practical loop. Step 1, weekly CI huddle, 15 to 30 minutes. Once a week, gather the team involved in a key process: sales, operations, customer service, or even just the core group in a small business. Ask 3 questions. 1, what went well last week? 2, what problems or friction did we see? 3, what one small improvement can we try this week? Capture answers where everyone can see them: whiteboard, flip chart, or a simple digital board. Step 2, pick one small improvement from the problems listed. Choose one, something that annoys customers, or frustrates your team, or wastes time and money. Then decide, what exactly will we change? Who owns it? When will it be done? Keep it small. Think, change a step, adjust a script, tweak a form, automate a reminder. Step 3, run a 1 week experiment. Treat it as a test, not a permanent change. During the week, try the new way, notice what happens, capture any issues or wins. Step 4, review in the next huddle. Next week, ask, did the change help? Did it hurt anything? And should we keep, tweak, or scrap it? If it works, you build it into your standard way of working. If it doesn't, you learn something and can try again. That's continuous improvement. Small, frequent experiments tied to real problems, reviewed in a simple, regular rhythm, linking CI to revenue and cost. Now let's connect this directly back to the 2 fundamental levers: revenue and cost. Remember, improvement for its own sake isn't the goal. The goal is profitable, sustainable growth. So in your weekly huddles and improvements, constantly ask, does this idea help us sell more, keep more customers, or increase value, revenue? Does this idea help us do the same or better work with less time, effort, or rework? Cost. Here are some examples. A team decides to create a clearer onboarding email sequence for new customers. Customers feel more confident, ask fewer repetitive questions, and stick around longer. That's higher retention and fewer support hours, revenue up, costs down. Another team automates follow-up emails after sending proposals. More prospects respond, fewer leads go cold. That's increased revenue from the same lead flow. A small shop standardizes how orders are checked before shipping. Fewer mistakes, fewer returns, less time spent on apologies. That's reduced cost and better customer trust, which supports future sales. When your team starts to think this way, they stop suggesting random ideas and start suggesting targeted improvements that actually move the needle. What starts a mindset shifts for owners and leaders. To build a continuous improvement culture, the biggest shift often has to happen in one place first: the owner or leader. Here are a few mindset shifts that make or break this. 1, from I fix everything to we improve together. If every problem comes to you, you are the bottleneck. Instead, ask your team what they think. Let them propose and test solutions. Support them, but don't rescue them from every decision too. From no mistakes allowed to learn fast, fix fast. If mistakes are punished harshly, people will hide them, problems will fester, improvement will stall. You don't celebrate laziness or negligence, but you do celebrate honest learning. Thanks for surfacing that issue. What did we learn? How do we make sure this doesn't happen again? 3, from big changes only to small, steady wins. You don't need a giant transformation project to move your business forward. You need, one small improvement per week, stacked over 52 weeks. Across multiple people and processes, That is how you quietly, steadily build a business that outperforms others who just keep putting out fires. 30-day CI culture starter plan. Let's turn this into something you can actually do in the next 30 days. Here's a simple continuous improvement culture starter plan. Week 1, clarify the target. Decide what better means right now: faster delivery, fewer errors, more repeat customers. Share the two levers with your team. Everything we improve should either increase revenue or reduce cost to deliver that revenue. Week 2, launch the weekly CI huddle. Start a 15 to 30-minute weekly meeting with your core team. Ask the 3 questions. What went well? What problems did we see? What one improvement will we try this week? Week 3, standardize one win. Pick a successful improvement from weeks 1 to 2. Turn it into a simple standard, a checklist, a script, a step-by-step guide. Make it the way we do it now. Week 4, connect to metrics. Choose 1 to 3 simple metrics tied to your improvements. Lead time, number of errors or rework, conversion rate, customer complaints per week. Share progress in each weekly huddle. After 30 days, you'll have a regular improvement rhythm, at least a few small wins baked into your day-to-day. A team that's starting to think in terms of revenue, cost, and value, that is the beginning of a continuous improvement culture. If you want help running this, check out the resources linked below. The tools from the first video will help you see where your revenue and cost opportunities are. The tools from the second video will help you run the 7 improvement plays. And from here, you're building the culture that keeps those improvements going. If this was useful, hit like, show, subscribe, and drop a comment telling me what's one small improvement your team could test this week. Remember, don't wait for the perfect time. Start small, start simple, and keep going. That's how you build a business that quietly gets better every single day. Before we wrap up, if you're thinking, okay, this all sounds great, but I need something concrete to actually run this with my team every week, I've got you covered. I've put together a continuous improvement culture starter kit that gives you everything you need to make this real in your business. Ready to use weekly CI huddle agendas, question prompts to spark the right conversations, simple note-taking templates so ideas don't get lost. Visual CI board layouts to track improvements from idea to standardized. You'll also get quick roles and norms guides so your leaders and team members know exactly how to show up, how to respond to problems without blame, and how to run small experiments instead of big, risky changes. And if you want help actually launching this in the next month, there's a 30-day CI culture launch plan that mirrors what we talked about. Week 1, clarify targets and metrics. Week 2, start your weekly huddle. Week 3, standardize one win. Week 4, connect to metrics and adjust. It includes a kickoff script you can use with your team, a simple 1-page CI charter, and a feedback form so you can see how it's landing and where to tweak. For those of you who want to go a step further, there's also an optional CI meeting and SOP templates bundle with standard work templates to lock in successful improvements, monthly review agendas for bigger picture CI check-ins, a 1-page problem-solving template you can use on almost any issue. If you want to turn this video from good ideas into a living system in your business, Go check those out on my website. The link is below this video. That's how you build a business that quietly gets better every single day.